Live? Tanmay, can you hear me? I think you're on mute. Hold on. I can't hear you.
Yeah, we can't hear Tanmay.
Yuvraj, should I start? Are you
Yeah,
starting?
you might, but we can't hear Tanmay actually. Tanmay, do you
Yeah,
want to
I mean, once
quickly?
he's back, is anyone doing the intros or should I just start?
You can start. We're
Okay.
live. So all over to you.
Now?
Yeah, we can see you, Tanmay. Can you?
Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you
Can
now.
you hear me? Okay.
Perfect. Over to
Hang
both
on.
of you.
Oh,
Thank you.
damn. I just hit refresh, all right? So it might refresh for a second.
It's fine.
All right. If you can
Yeah,
hear me now, then let's just start.
I can hear
Hi,
you.
guys. Sorry about that.
Awesome, cool. So good to have you, Tanmay, on this panel. We're talking about investments decoded. And I think we're going to talk about a lot of cliches. We're going to talk a lot about the buzzword, which is creator economy, and how creators could play the long game now instead of just looking at one-off brand deals. Look at actually investing in companies and move on to that next transition of being an angel investor as well, which is something that you've been very prolific about, and you've had quite a few of those yourself. So my first question is about it's basically about the journey and the process. That when did it hit you that, hey, I want to start playing these long term games now? I know you're a big believer of Nawal's quote as well: play long term games with long term people.
Yeah.
And of course, had to drop in his name here. I'm guessing he's a demigod in this panel. And anyway, so point being, like, what was that like one moment, or was there a moment at all where you said that, you know what, I just want to move on and actively be part of these companies at a partner level, investor level, or one of those? Because you've been an entrepreneur yourself as well.
Yeah. So it wasn't like I mean I understood very late in life the power of compounding. Let's just put it that way. Can you
Right.
hear me? Yeah. So I understood it far too late. But my angel investment journey really began more out of curiosity.
Mhm.
I have wanted to. I mean, I've had a couple of black swan events in my life, at the end of which I've reconsidered everything.
Okay.
Uh, and so after AIB was shut down, I was thinking that, hey, the best in my life has always come from having relationships with people that have, that have been so frictionless and seamless that I'm able to play long-term games with them. So
Got
I
it.
said, okay, now the second time around when I'm going to start making content again, I don't want to take the same initial route of just doing stuff for brand money, because now I
Right.
was curious as an entrepreneur. So I said, can I work with startups where I get two advantages? One, my skin is in the game, so I'm more likely to put in as much effort as I truly actually want to. And the
Right.
second was, can I just learn a heck ton by working with founders? Because
Got
at
it.
some point I want to run another startup. I mean, I do think of myself as a startup right now, but like a proper startup with a proper idea and vision, etc., etc.
I lost you. Guys, I lost on my.
Yeah, I think his connection is a bit wavered. I think we'll have him again, but why don't you, Viraj, tell us more about your lens of working with creators and perhaps also your experiences in terms of how you think creators can add on to angel investments or to startups in general?
Man, I just feel like, and whatever I've seen from my lens, that creators are now actively, like Tanmay said, actively looking at playing long-term games as well, and they're looking for opportunities of angel investment. Honestly, they've all been at a phase now where at least the cat A more established people who've been in it for the last 4 to 5 years, they've been in a position where they've done all their investments in real estate, mutual funds, stocks, crypto, all of that. They want to move to the next stage, which is startups, right? It's the riskiest, but it's also extremely rewarding if you make the right bets. So that's one aspect that I feel like a lot of established creators have moved on to, and that's become the intrinsic motivation that okay, let me place a few bets here and there as well. Besides that, I just feel like creators add value in so many cases. One, they're super popular, they already have a distribution channel. That always helps startups and founders, right? It's your amplification channel in some way or form. If you need to launch a new product or launch a new feature, you could immediately have one of these creators talk about it on their
Am,
social media.
am I back?
Yeah, he's back.
Oh, finally.
Yes.
Awesome. All right.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Sorry
So
about that. Go on.
no
Yeah,
worries.
I think
So
you
I
can go on
think
and then we can go back to the
yeah, I
question.
lost you on the entrepreneurship aspect. You were like, I want to start a startup eventually,
Yeah, at
officially.
some point. At
Yeah,
some point. It's like, look, life is meaningless and everything's a game. So
that's true.
what's the next game I want to play?
So you that and you talk about it a lot. You're finding your next dopamine cake, and this is possibly one
Yeah.
of those.
Yeah, it's like, why be satisfied with the feedback loops of just your own life when you
Right,
can partner with founders who have 25 other feedback loops each?
right.
So it's like running multiple experiments and thoughts. Like, it's cool.
Got it.
It's like I used to solve problems for just myself, and now I solve 5x of those problems every day. It's fun.
Got it. No, so I was just talking to Jivraj as well that I feel like a lot of creators who've been at it since the last 4 or 5 years, have are already in that phase where they've invested in a lot of other assets, real
Hmm.
estate, mutual funds, crypto, all of that, and a
Mostly
lot.
real estate, yes.
Yeah, and really, I didn't know a lot. I thought a lot of
Arey
people
yaar,
are a lot more evolved now and are trying to go for mutual funds and
Arey,
crypto and all of
you'd
that.
you'd be surprised the number of my artist and influencer friends
Huh,
where the day they get their first big check or they think they've
huh,
accumulated their first crore, their first thought is घर ले लेते क्योंकि India,
right.
look, artists inherently are status driven, right? And
True.
India is a status driven country.
Right.
What's the first thing you solve for is status. So घर, Gadi, Bangla,
Gadi.
like that's the this thing, right? So you
Right.
want to solve for that. And I was like, you just made your first, $500,000 and you
Right.
spent it on a house. Why won't you invest? You're gonna hit your 30s. What are you doing? And it's a very common conversation
Exactly.
I have.
So a lot of people are going for the safer option. But anyway, point being that they've invested in those asset groups already, and I feel like a lot of them are now ready to place some bets in startups, which tend to be extremely risky but
Yeah.
extremely rewarding if you place the right bet. So I think, are you seeing that? Are you seeing that in your creator circle, influencer circles, that people are being open-minded about that now?
So there are two types of people, right? Who I now work with the startups that I'm involved in trying to do other creator deals that I think would be good for them.
Right.
And I've encountered that 50% of, not 50% exactly, but half of them are not open to it at all because you want to see cash on the table immediately.
Hmm.
And the other half who are open to it, they look at it as a 10x, 20x, 50x game, right?
Right.
Which to me is slightly concerning because you use the word bets while you were talking about it, right? It
Right.
feels like a bet. To me, artists should try to solve for the journey first, which is this going to be fun for you? Do
Right.
you think you can make an impact? And then the last question should be, am I going to make a 50x? Because we are not conventional investors where I'm going to drop a check of $100,000 and my actual obligation is done.
Right.
At least I am bartering my expertise and time, and I'm not cutting massive checks. So what I'm really looking for is, can I actually bring you actual value, and will I enjoy spending the next 2 years with this founder, right? So
Got
I
it.
date and flirt a lot. I speak to a founder 4, 5, 6 times. I mean, 3 calls. After 3 calls, you start to know if, hey, am I really enjoying this? Is this something that I really want to do? And then decide that, okay, and most importantly, does this fit into the domain of things that I would want to do anyway?
Got it.
Uh, so my life is going to be fitness driven the next 18 months. So I'm now
Sweet.
like, I should probably work with some founder in the fitness
In the
space
fitness space.
because I'm going to be thinking about that anyway. Who else can benefit from me doing it?
Got
Like,
it.
yeah,
No, that makes sense. And like you rightly said, right, that a lot of creators are just not open to the idea. I've been in some situations where a lot of startups who were early stage startups really wanted to work with, and very promising startups, wanted to work with a certain influencer, but naturally because budgets were really high, they were open to giving up on some of their equity, and they're like, hey, we'd actually love to have them as partners. And when I took those conversations to the influencers, they were just like, भाई पैसा नहीं आ रहा ना टेबल पे, तो
Correct.
तो कुछ पॉइंट नहीं है, वो 10 साल बाद कितना आएगा मुझे नहीं पता है, मुझे अभी चाहिए
Correct.
पैसा.
I think the influencers who will do most well in this space are going to be those who can not only create awesome content, but are able to articulate why that's awesome and implement it at scale. Right?
Right.
Knowing why one video gets 10 million views, knowing how to make that video is one skill, but knowing how to make it 10 times over is the other skill, right? So I was
Got
listening to this interview by Mr. Beast. He did an interview with Colin and Samir, where when you listen to that guy talk, you know why he has repeated success. And now he's like, okay, I know this at the back of my hand. Can I apply it to other people? Now that's the next challenge. Can knowledge that you have become wisdom for someone and change their course?
Right.
So this gap is what is tough, because most people are still very, very excited with the fact that, hey, I now get views and I now am able to create something, but very, very few are able to understand why does this happen and apply it in different places. Like to me, running a YouTube channel successfully has the same principles of running a startup successful, like metrics of a startup.
Right.
Like I have some product manager friends who sit and discuss YouTube dashboard deeply with me, saying
Okay.
what does this metric mean? Number of people who click your bell icon, what does that actually mean? And I'm like, oh, that's my DAU. Right?
Right.
People who have my bell icon, every time I go live, they come. So they're like, so your metric is you should be wanting to increase your bell icons. Like that's a true metric of the channel, because the
Right.
more number of bell icons, the higher my base number per video is. It's not much different than how a product manager is looking at a startup. Like वो चमकता है उनको. So like तो creator के end पे जिसको चमकने वाला इंसान ही समझ सकता है ये long term bet. But most
True.
creators like we know still very, very status driven, still very,
Yeah.
very insecure, and for fair reason, right?
Do you think
Because
that changed though?
um I think we need two big successes. Like Ashton Kutcher changed it for Hollywood, right?
Right.
Like the day a creator, like a creator ceiling is what, 10 crore rupees a year.
Right.
Like a top creator, if
Top.
he
Yeah. Yeah.
hustles a lot, 10 crore
Yeah.
rupees is beatable. Why?
Yeah.
The day someone makes 100 crore rupees, the day a
Right.
creator has a $10 million payout, that's when everyone's going to like, wait a minute,
सोचना पड़ेगा.
there is something here, and they're able
Yeah.
to take that bet where they're like, it's okay if this doesn't pay off, at least I'll figure out how to make my next bet more accurate. That's not
Right.
happened yet, and eventually I think it will happen.
Got it.
Someone has to pave the way, right? And I think, yeah, the day that happens, it'll be awesome.
Let's talk a little bit more about your
Sorry, I'm
investment.
going to look at the chat for one second.
Sure,
Which
sure.
interview are you referring to? Mr. Beast with Colin and Sameer. Someone has replied. It's a phenomenal interview. You must check it out. Go on. Sorry.
Yeah. I was talking about let's talk about your investments a little bit more, and like how are you looking at things, right? So I went through this really good tweet storm by Copy.ai's founder, and he spoke about that he had a cheat sheet or like a pointer sheet for the startups he invested in. It was a 20-point formula. Say like 5 points were given to the initial traction, 1 point if it was YC backed, 1 point if they were building publicly, things like that. So do you have
Interesting.
those sort of formulas? Some points given to what was the relationship with the founders? Did they have a co-founder at all or not? Because
Got it.
a solo founder usually goes through a lot of stress trauma, may not be long term and well sustaining, things like that. Do you look at those things?
I don't actually. My judgment also gets refined over a period of time. Look, I've been it's been less than a year since I've started doing this.
Right.
And the thing with angel bets are, this is a very, very long feedback loop. You don't know for years if you were right or wrong.
Right.
This is if someone is cutting a check. I am unfortunately not cutting massive checks. I'm cutting
Right.
time and expertise, right? So I solve for मेरे को founder के साथ मजा आता है क्या?
Right.
Right? Like, am I really gonna enjoy with this founder, irrespective?
Got
And
it.
that trust factor is super important, right? Like at the end of my tenure with them, if I had fun with the founder, but if the founder thought I didn't deliver value, I'm very open to it's fine. You can take away, because this to me
Right.
is an additional part of my life. And like, this is
It
not,
doesn't depend on it.
my life doesn't depend on it, but I learned a heck ton. But if you didn't get that value, you're okay with it. Or the relationship be such that, hey, Tanmay, you helped us move from X to X, and I think you should probably get a little bit more for this. Like, that's the relationship that I want. That
Right.
relationship takes time. So I don't apply the standard angel
Formula.
VC bets.
Yeah.
I think what I do like though is there are some signals, like the filtration needs to be great, right? There are some signals. If a certain
What's a
prominent
red
VC
flag
has
for you?
a red flag. Who? I mean, the biggest red flag is if I just get bored in the first few conversations. Like, I am not
Correct.
enjoying this. मेरे को समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. Like, वो
Right.
founders trying to impress me more than just me getting naturally curious. So
Right.
these things are a red flag. These things are just this actually. But with the most of the founders that I've now worked with, I just want to hang out with them. Like, that's the feeling. Like, I ping them at midnight. So this thing is post 12. I just, if any founder is free from the ones that have this thing, I just want to talk to them. I just want to ping them every night and be like, do you just want to hang? What's your scene?
Right.
Let's just talk about what's happening. So I really like that. Yeah,
Got it.
I think that this is also like a metric. Like, if I want to continue just pinging you and saying, tell me more.
And picking your brain and okay, what's up? Just let's talk about the industry or any new insights or a cool new article that you might have read
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, most of my calls with at least the ones founders I'm working with so far are like, they usually come with an agenda to the call saying, hey, Tanmay, we need you to do this, this, this.
Huh.
But the first 90% of it is me and them talking about something else. And by the way, acha, ye cheeze bhi karni hai. Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that. Like, I
Got
love
it.
that. I love that.
Got it. But tell me, what's your process of procuring deals, right? Or like, what's your deal flow like? And this is a very like VC question. But what I'm seeing is a lot of these creators are not able to tap into that circle. Maybe there's very select people who VCs are actively reaching out to, and it's people who have either created content in the space talking about finance or entrepreneurship, or are active on Twitter, say, or LinkedIn, for example. Do you think that's a factor, or what's your process like?
Look, see, different creators can impact different startups at different at different
True.
times, right? Like, they're all different variables. Like, I'm not a creator who can bring 1 million users I'm not Mr.
Right.
Beast,
Right.
right? So so there'll be sometimes I'll get a lead where they're at seed stage and I'm like, okay, I can bring you your first 50 to 100,000 users is what the best I
Right.
can do. With some companies, they're going to scale and they're going to need to make a content plan, and they're going to at some point make advertise at a heavy scale. That's where my judgment becomes super useful
Right.
to them. So my deal flows are, it depends. Like, there'll be some companies which are already fairly valuable. I get introduced through another founder to this
Mhm.
company. Hey, he has a similar problem. See, and now after being slightly public about the fact that I'm doing this, I now get a lot of stuff on my LinkedIn. All
Right.
of a sudden, people just
Thinking,
come in.
hey, we just met. Do you want to invest in my
Yeah,
company?
yeah. So this, that, etc., etc. But most of my like, these things happen through. I have friends at some VC circles who will tell me saying, this company seems interesting for you. Tell me.
Right.
So that's like a first signal to me. And I really trust some of these guys. And founders will only tell you if your founder NPS is high. Your founder will only connect with another founder saying he has this problem. There's no insecurity, right? Oh, iska time jayega, etc., etc. Those are the best founders, right? Okay, we're
Got
all
it.
just the core assumption that we're all just trying our best to do well with each other. So, yeah.
Right. This is a very Aam Janta question, but I was surprised when I first got to know the answer. Could you tell the audience that what is usually the check size that angel investors in India are looking to put out, or at least maybe creators are looking to put out? Because I thought it was like 50 lakhs, a crore, and things like that. But I was surprised when I heard the amount.
है ही नहीं उतना पैसा डालने के लिए,
Yeah.
कहाँ से डालेगा? So I'm not an expert at this, right? Like, I won't be. I don't know what check sizes others are putting in. I don't
Right.
sit and follow that stuff.
Got it.
But the check
But
sizes can vary.
it would be much lesser than this.
For me, they're very small. Like, I'm like, I tap out at 5 lakh rupees. I'm like, this is the
Got
maximum
it.
this thing that I can do.
Got it.
I've done lesser than that also. A couple of times I've done more than that also. If I think that this is
If you
reasonable,
really believe in the company.
I'm super bullish on this.
Got it.
But ऐसा कुछ है नहीं ये ऐसा कुछ है नहीं actually.
And are you
Sometimes
planning to diversify a lot more? Like, okay, over time, maybe invest in 20 startups. Is that the plan?
I'm halfway there already.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so it really depends on, again, it really depends on what the product is, what the founder is like. Sometimes I'll just really like a founder, but I don't want to put in cash yet. So then you have you're candid with the founder and you say, hey, this is what I'm feeling. Sometimes founders come back and they're like, just take a little bit of advisor. I just want access to you every now
Right.
and then. Help me out. So sometimes you do for this also. Sometimes you just feel like ये बंदा ये फोड़ने वाला है life में. So I
Hmm.
just want to be associated with you in some way. So I'm also
Right.
like कि मेरे को कुछ भी करके ले ले मेरे को. So it really
Right.
depends on what's happening.
Got
Uh,
it.
but the change in me is I've basically now spent half my time, talking to folks in, this space. It's wildly different from the world I've come from. It's wildly different from the conversations I have as soon as the computer's down, because you meet other creators and our problems are entirely different. अगला वीडियो क्या करे, अरे चैनल डाई हो रहा है, it's stuff like that. So
Last video में views कितने कम हो गए क्या?
yeah, it's really but sometimes you listen to a founder's problems.
हाँ.
तो like ये हो गया, इससे 4 लाख लोगों को ये प्रॉब्लम हो गया. Like, my problems seem very tiny compared to yours. Money
Right.
is going to run out in 3 months. What do I do? 3 months is very bad, but yeah.
Yeah. No, fair enough. So, you were talking about, the fact that creators are not conventional investors. What can you elaborate a little bit more on that? What do you think is a different value add that creators are also bringing to the table, and why would it be beneficial for founders and startups to look at them as a lucrative, option to have on the cap table?
Again, depends on what startup you're at, what stage. I think
So let's take fintech as an example, right? Because that's something you've been bullish on, I believe.
yeah. So fintech, I mean, not all of fintech. I'm very bullish on small case. I just love the product so much. I thought I could help them build out a content strategy, and I know that I'm going to be making content that appeals to a premium audience who are interested in growing their money for the next,
Right.
at least half a decade. I know I'm going to be doing this. So I said, hey, let's find out a synergy where I can do these two things for you. But some products, for example, there are a couple of startups in the creator economy space. There, I am useful at a product building stage, at an insight
True.
stage. How do I think how do I think like a creator? There, I'm sitting down and looking at wireframes and actually using the beta and actually testing out and then talking to uh, other creators who are going to come on the app. Like, I'm involved at that stage.
Got it.
Sometimes I'm just involved at the marketing level where I'll work with the marketing team and be like, guys, if you want to crack YouTube, here's how you deploy your resources. And at a higher scale than that, right? Someone wants to deploy 40 crore rupees over the next 1 year, which includes influencer marketing plus a lot of media buying.
Right.
There, my judgment becomes super valuable to them because I can save 5 crore rupees with one phone call, right? Like, I can be like, oh, this, you want to make this film? I'll tell you the best guys to do it with, and I'll write the script for you,
Right.
and I'll get you a better deal with them, right? So there, all of a sudden, my equity is completely worth it in that one
Right.
instant. It's just about using me at the right time,
The right
right?
times. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm very bullish on my judgment, because my feedback loops in life have been crazy. I have outputted content since from television to YouTube to social media to stand up to writing to blogs. I've done this so much that I trust my judgment, that my judgment is more likely to be accurate than the average marketing person,
Right.
right? So I think I price that at a premium. I know that, for example, right, like with the cred films, right?
Right.
Like, I was very certain of some way that I think the brand would look like after I made these films. So I would be very bullish on my idea. I'd be like, just trust me on this, which is a lot of money that's being deployed on the IPL, right? Like, that could
True.
have gone wrong. Um, So I useful in different places at different times. Connects actually is a huge thing. I recently invested in a fintech company that was trying to get in touch with me for 3 months. Right, they're operating in
To
stealth mode right
invest
now.
or as a creator?
I invested and I'm also advising them on the product.
Sweet.
They were trying to get in touch with me for 3 months. Now imagine a bigger creator than me. That access is almost impossible. And to me, I mean, Viraj, you know this. If I ping you saying,
Right.
"Listen, Ranveer should talk to this company. They're
Right.
legit." That trust barrier gets immediately
True.
opened, and all of a
True.
sudden you're likely to take it more seriously. So it saves time and effort, and trust gets built very easily. So connects is also super useful. I have connects not only in the creator industry but also in kinds of execution, because I run my own thing also. I know enough
Right.
talent. I'm helping some of the startups find talent as well, right? So I'm
Wow.
connecting. So I've
And it's
worked
one
with
of
so
the
many
biggest
brands.
problems, right? I'm guessing
It's a
in most
huge
startups.
problem.
Yeah.
It's a huge problem, especially when you're at seed stage. You just lead
Right.
generation is difficult. But I put out a video saying, "Hey, I'm talking to this founder. Like potential talent gets to see and hear the
Right.
founder, and again, there's a slight bit of a trust barrier. Banda to legit hoga, cool hoga, smart hoga. That
Right.
gets solved. So distribution actually solves a lot of problems. Like I built my LinkedIn
Absolutely.
distribution the day I started angel investing. I'm like, I know there's a lot of talent here. It's
Yeah.
going to be useful for me to pull this. Now I'm actually looking at crypto. I think crypto startups are no one's talking about it, and I'm starting my own crypto channel separately.
First, a new channel altogether.
A new
That
channel
is
altogether, which
fantastic.
is just crypto specific, because I am getting super into crypto.
Right.
Um, Tanmay, you should raise a fund. I really want to, man. At some point, I will.
Is
I
is that a plan at all? Do you want to do that?
At some point, I think it would be nice for me to also it running a fund is also another interesting feedback loop, right?
Right.
Like it's someone else's money. It's an interesting place to be. At some point, I think I would want to.
Right.
I mean, if I had more money now, I would have deployed more into the companies that I'm already in, right? So why not? It's
Makes sense.
Yeah.
He's saying you'll put VCs out of business.
No, no, no. I'll never have that much money. No, but what's cool is ever since I started doing this, more and more venture funds have reached out to me, and I've spoken to more and more partners.
Do they
And
want you on as an LP or something? Is that what they're
no,
offering?
no, 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 no. They just want me to introduce to different founders that they are very bullish on, right?
Got it.
It's really cool. I'm actually touch wood. I'm happy that I'm able to speak in a language that they recognize that could be value off to the founder, right? It's one
Right.
thing being very good at making vlogs. It's another thing talking to a founder saying, here's some stuff that I learned while making content, how you can apply it to your team. Like
Right.
that's another interesting skill, I think.
No, that makes sense. And
Chat
you
venture, someone has
yeah,
said.
I tripped out on that. That's a great name.
Uh,
Anyway,
awesome.
so I was saying, yeah, you actually mentioned about access, right? Like you're saying a lot of the big creators are not accessible. Um,
Yeah.
is that also at a loss for those creators themselves because they're not being proactive enough looking at these games that are being played and they're just
Oh
in their
yeah.
own zones of okay, next video, movie
I've
karna hai,
spoken to
Bollywood mein jana hai.
So I know the India's top 5 YouTubers, right?
Right,
They're all cool people. I know them. They're good people. I've
right,
been friends with them. Like I know how to 5x their money in the next 1 year. I just know it.
right,
It's super easy for them to do it. Like
right,
they're all making a few crores. It can immediately go to double digit crores. Like, and
right,
if they really work at it, it can be triple digit crores, right? Like it's
right.
possible for them to do it. But first, I think I have to do it for
Right.
them to realize that, hey,
To build a case study.
तन्मय भाई मुझे ही बताओ. Like that can only happen when that happens. Because I have
Right.
tried. It's difficult, man. It's also like when you're super young, also, right? Whereas, like
Hmm.
that transition takes time.
True.
Like Ranveer first solved for just being able to be Ranveer.
Right.
Then he'll solve for okay, now how can I be this, right? I
Yeah.
remember Ranveer when he was just dying to. He wanted to open a gym at
Yeah, I
one
know.
point. He wanted to do that, right?
Yeah,
So
he had this very weirdly crazy idea that hey, I want to build a cafe, a health cafe that turns into a bar, and I'm like,
yeah,
what?
yeah, yeah. He wants to. So you've seen how he's evolved also, right?
Yeah.
So while it's very exciting and it's very sexy right now, creator and this and that, etc., etc., it's also it will change. Every creator who starts angel investing, rather I would say partnering with more and more startups, will
Right.
have their own unique. This is what this person does. It's almost
Right.
like when you see when VC funds are now branding themselves as this VC fund does this and this
Yeah.
specializations. The verticalization of angel investments has already begun, right?
No, I agree. Which reminds me to the point. I don't know. I had heard a podcast you were doing when this Mr. Beast burgers things was really popping, and you said that that will come soon to India. That Zakir Khan should
Zakir
probably
Biryani.
start a biryani chain and stuff like that. Which brings me to the point that that could actually happen if not start your own venture, but you could be part of companies that are already doing this in some way or form, right? Like Zakir could possibly work with a Behrooz if
Yeah.
it was at a seed stage in the investment
Rebel Foods.
possibility.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
which brings me to the point: are you also curating your content with the conscious idea that okay, this is what I'm going to invest in maybe the next 5 years, and that's why I'm building the content, because distribution is one of the key aspects that you bring to the table, right? So
Yeah.
was Clueless About Money consciously started with
So
that
I
idea?
can invest in fintech companies? No. So Clueless was solving for two things. One,
Hmm.
so my core thesis has always been, and this was true at AIB also, which is that it's a like Tata namak bhi बेचता है और गाड़ी भी बेचता है,
Ah,
right? So trust actually solves for a lot of things. So I
right,
knew that if I spoke about something that's not comedy,
right.
people would be interested because of how I would do it. So this was one thesis that I anyways had, because at AIB we launched Ud Gaye, right? Which was
Right.
distribution already existed,
Yeah, that
trust
was
in our taste
such
already
a fresh
existed.
concept. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
it already existed. So I was like, it can also work here. Second, I wanted to learn more about finance, and my personal motivation is always content. So I
Hmm.
said, if I start making content about finance, I'll just learn more. And
Got
then
it.
I realized that having an audience that wants to put money into things is very powerful. So within 6 months, I was already clocking numbers that the top finance influencers were getting. And that's when I was like, oh, this is actually a very powerful distribution that I'm building,
Right.
possibly more powerful than than my main channel.
Yeah.
My main
Because
channel
of the
access,
quality of users.
yeah, quality of users, amount of discretionary income, intent, dopamine threshold. Dopamine threshold is a huge deal, by the way. An
Right.
audience that wants to learn is invaluable. Those are the people. It's Darwinian. The world is. It's
Right.
going to be who can survive, who has a lower dopamine threshold. So I realized slowly. So now my main channel acts as top of funnel for my second channel. At some point, I might not have the guda to output one video a day, and
Hmm.
I'd be like, now I just want to talk and follow my curiosity, and this is where you can
Right.
access me. I
So
should be able to make that jump
you're setting yourself up for the future in that sense, right? Because I think
eventually.
what a lot of creators don't understand is maybe they're in denial that this has a shelf life, right? And usually it has a shelf life much lesser than most other professions. And you maybe you can't be creating videos all your life. And is that a reason why you're also saying that okay, at that phase when I'm probably 50, I just probably want to be speaking to founders, investing in more
Mm.
things rather than doing one live chat every day or one video every day?
I think if I evolve, it's this is the relevance worry, right? Everyone's
Huh.
worried they'll be relevant for the next 3 years,
Right,
right? I let me write it out. This is part of the reason why I also want to cash out while you're relevant.
right.
I just think that you'll be relevant if you keep evolving with the times,
Hmm.
right? Um, and I'm bullish on myself somehow
Right.
being curious enough that I'll still gather an audience. You just need to consistently be, a superior monkey. Does
Right.
that make sense? People always want to follow superior monkeys,
True.
and that can only happen if you compound as a person regularly. So when I meet creators who are like, "और 3 साल कर लेते," I'm like, why don't you trust yourself to,
Yeah.
you
Why
know,
are you cutting yourself short?
I went from making sketches to streaming because I
Right.
was just naturally curious. You can also tomorrow you could be doing something else that can get
Right.
their own audience. So yeah, I'm not setting myself up, but I know that at some point I want to just sit down and have a conversation with someone, and that be interesting enough for someone else to watch also.
Got it. Cool. Like last two questions. One, what's your quick tip for creators to jump into this game? Like it could be about their approach or just changing their mindset. Besides play long term games.
Um, I, it's tough for me to tell other creators. Viraj, I talk to some of the other influencers, right? Folks that you also
Right.
know. Like one, I feel like, "Arey, tu lamba sochna." That's easy to say,
Hmm.
right? But everyone comes with their own problems and their own insecurities, and सबके खुद के goals होते हैं.
Right.
So I wouldn't say abandon those goals and only play long term this thing, right?
Right.
But I would just say, as and when you get closer to the goal, don't set new goals
Hmm.
consistently, but try and look at some goals which are more achievable in the long term.
Right.
So I don't think it's for everyone, but I know some folks who are extremely smart at being able to do this at scale, and those people must definitely look at uh, partnering with founders. Like there are some creators I know who
Hmm.
are just phenomenal execution machines. Like they can
Hmm.
set up content creation teams way fast. Like I think my strength is I can tell you what to make.
Right.
But when it comes to actually making it, I'm not the best because I've always been a 0 to 1 guy. I don't know how
Right.
to scale. But some creators are far superior at that. So I think they can help many companies do that.
Got
Um,
it.
Hoga, yaar, eventually hoga. I think eventually we're
You
reaching.
bullish on that?
Yeah. I'm very bullish on that. I think someone had asked a question about the creator economy. I just want to quickly mention that.
Huh.
My thesis. What is your thesis on creator economy? Why is it the buzzword? I
Huh.
think it's a buzzword because my personal thesis is the creator economy is who are we referring to? It's anybody who's going to be an independent creator of any kind of content that people are either consuming or learning from.
Hmm.
This could be me, or it could be a guy in Ludhiana who's selling IAS notes on a WhatsApp
Right.
group for $500 a pop. To a dance teacher, to a music teacher, it's anybody. What does this essentially mean? That creators are going to create stuff that are going to be consumed, right? At the very broad
Hmm.
level,
Hmm.
what does this mean? What are we disrupting? We're disrupting all of media.
Right.
We're disrupting everything from Rupert Murdoch's empire
Right.
to conventional schools and institutes,
Right.
right? Like it goes at that level. So to me, like and some of it is already happening. Like An Academy is, disrupting that schools and institutes thing also. So
Right.
there are going to be verticals of this that disrupt existing institutions in a much, by being way more efficient. So I think in that sense, the creator economy has already existed for a very long time, and people have been solving for it. But
Exactly. I
now
just
it's
think
just a
it's a fancy
buzzword.
name. Yeah, maybe it's
Yeah,
become official now.
yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, you could have said that Amitabh Bachchan is also part of creator economy essentially, right? Long back.
But Amitabh Bachchan became Amitabh Bachchan because of a centralized media distribution channel.
Right.
Amitabh Bachchan ke time pe, right? Like Star
He
Plus
didn't have his
वगैरह
own
से,
distribution network.
he didn't have his own distribution
Yeah.
network. That's changed now.
Yeah.
So it's a huge deal today. Earlier you needed 10 लोग थे इंडिया में, राइट?
Hmm.
जिसके पास होर्डिंग था, जिसके पास थिएटर था, जिसके पास टीवी
Right.
चैनल था,
Right.
उनका हाथ आपके सर पे होता, then only you would become someone.
Right.
आज उनकी जरूरत नहीं है,
That is true.
right?
That is
So
true.
that's why I think it's become the buzzword now. We are now going to eventually reach a place where a person whose only job is to generate creative ideas, who'll wake up, open a dashboard, see where do I want to deploy my creativity today, click on something and make money there. Like
Right.
I think a lot of creative minds are stuck in jobs which they all must quit to find that freedom. पर गुदा नहीं है वो अब तक
Cool.
करने
That's the cue for all of you guys.
का।
Quit your jobs.
यहाँ पर तो सब इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं, ये तो सही है।
Yeah. So cool. And just last question of okay, if VCs and founders are looking at having creators on board, either as part of as LPs or as angel investors, why should they consider it? Besides, okay, of course, distribution is a key factor, but besides
Yeah,
that,
distribution is a factor when you're in slightly early stage because you can
right?
get your first 50,000 users really quickly. But I think creators have a sense of judgment on what can get applause from an audience because they do it on a daily basis. Creators have shorter feedback loops, which is what makes their judgment more refined. If you're at a younger stage, access is a big deal. Creators can offer that. And those creators who can apply their principles and help you scale, those are very valuable.
Right.
So I think these three or four factors I think are super useful for I think a lot of founders, especially if a founder is building something that that a consumer is going to consume, right? So I think
Right.
yeah, at the end of the day, you want to create high NPS on your product, and a creator can help you get high NPS.
Build that. Cool. Awesome. Fantastic chat, man.
Awesome.
Thanks for this. Just one quick last question. You said you're very bullish on crypto. Do we see you accepting payments in crypto anytime soon for your brand deals?
I would love to accept in crypto, but I think people who are spending Bitcoin on paying people, you are losing out on a lot of crazy value. Like it's
True.
gonna beat. It's they daily appreciate हो रहा है यार क्या कर रहा है तुम?
True. True.
So yeah, so there's a Q&A button that I
Yeah.
haven't seen. Should we quickly look at it? Are you planning to release NFTs? Yes, Urvi. I'm not only going to release NFTs. I'm going to release my own coin also. As
That's fantastic.
But
But is it on BitCloud or separately?
I don't know yet, but it will be to the moon. Just wait. You'll see. I'll be making a point through it. So when that happens, you'll see. Gen Z are the future. To startups focusing on Gen Z excite you given the fact that your distribution perfectly matches that age group. Gen Z are the future, yes, but Gen Z are also insanely attention deficit and difficult to get hold of and whatnot, which also makes them very easily Gen Z. Like it's a status magnet, right? Like that age group, right? Like so, it's super easy to manipulate also that audience,
I think
right?
that's happened with everyone, right? It's not just Gen Z. When we were like teenagers, we were the same.
Yeah, we were
Right?
the
Yeah.
same. Now it's just everyone's far more connected.
Yeah, that's true.
Do startups focusing on Gen Z excite you? They do. In fact, I get a lot of incoming on that because I have a younger audience also. But my audience is not nearly as young as say a Carrie's audience would be. Like
Right.
I always tell those startups saying get Caribou on your
Yeah.
cap table, dude. They will sort you out. How do you decide which cryptos to invest? Example, why do you think EPNS is a good investment? I think EPNS is solving for a very fundamental use case for DeFi on Ethereum. That's why I think this is a long term. Like push notifications don't exist, man. It's difficult. तो अगर Coinbase यूज करेगा तेरे को ब्राउजर के थ्रू जाना पड़ेगा देखने के लिए. It's too painful. So I think they're building a super important decentralized communications layer. That's why I thought it was a good investment for me personally as an angel. What is your thesis on the creator economy? If I already told you this, would you invest in companies you don't have domain expertise in? For instance, deep tech. Arundhati, I might invest money, but I don't know what I would bring onto the table. So right now, maybe no. But I'm like, if the idea has anything to do with an end consumer, who's someone who's gonna make a judgment on it, then I would like to be involved. But I haven't done any yet. How do you add value to startups that you invest in? I think Akash, I already spoke about this.
Yeah.
What do you look for when you invest in startups? Lots of things, man. Like these are the main thing that I now look for is, do I have the time and can I do justice to the startup? That's the main thing I look at now. Dino Tanmay, what industry other than fintech excites you, Tanmay? I've said I think creator economy, crypto. I think is super interesting.
Is
And now
EdTech exciting for you?
It would have been exciting 5 years ago.
3 years ago. Makes sense.
It's already. I mean, everyone's excited by EdTech now, right?
True.
But I do think that. I mean, I was speaking to Gaurav once, and I wanted to run an experiment with an academy. Hopefully, I still will. I find the time to. I wanted to do comedians teaching concepts, right? Like to me, it's very
Right.
it's dopamine provider teaching something that provides very little dopamine. Like that combination is interesting. So at some point maybe, but yeah, I think there's still a lot to do in edtech also. Chalo, done. We've
Cool.
answered everything.
Awesome.
Done. Should we log out? Thank you guys.
Perfect. Cool. Thanks a lot, man. Thanks,
Bye
guys.
guys. Bye
See
bye
you.
bye.